Good morning, nerds! This week on the LarpHouse, we are embracing our inner orc, so get ready for a bar fight because I am going green. I am going to test 4 water-based makeups and tell you guys which ones I like the best. I am going to start with Epic Effects water-based makeup, courtesy of Bart Brizzy from LarpBox. Thank you very much, Bart. Let's begin!
So, the first thing I noticed about this makeup is that the pigment is slightly inconsistent, meaning that if you put it on too thin, it's really yellow, and if you put it on thick enough, it's going to be that nice, cool green color. So you just have to lay it on thick to fix that, and that fixes the problem, but it might stain your skin a little yellowy. Just not the best, but it won't last more than a day. It feels very light on your skin and very breathable once it dries, and with enough sealant it ended up staying on really well. It does wear away on the hands though, so if you choose this brand you will want to wear gloves or try like a waterproof primer or just like a hardcore sealer. Mehron barrier spray is what I used and it still ended up coming off, so I would suggest trying other brands. I'd definitely say that this brand is one of my new favorites just because of how it feels on the skin, and it takes, obviously you can see I'm putting other makeup on top of it and it takes that really well. The green doesn't disappear, in other words, when you try to blend it with the new colors, and that's a big problem that I noticed with other makeups, is that you try to blend your eyeshadow and it picks the green up off your face, so you just have like human skin colored eyes. But you can get a really nice velvety effect with this makeup. It's a pretty good option. Alright, next we have Mehron Star Blend makeup. What I noticed immediately is that Star Blend has the consistency of sidewalk chalk, basically. Except, like, it's grainy and it dries really fast. Like, it dries, if you mix water onto the makeup, it dries almost before you've even brought the brush to your face. Which is not great. You wanna like, mix up enough paint to put all over your face in one go, or, you know, two tries to get an even color. And, another thing I noticed is that it does not take well to having other makeup put on top of it, especially cream makeups. It will pick up the green under as you blend, which you can kind of see where I did the little contouring under my cheek. It does pick that up, and it comes off pretty easily, even though I put a lot of sealant on it.
Okay, so after many hours of wearing this makeup, you can see it's come like completely off my hands and fingertips, and it's like super oily, and like this happened within the first like 5 minutes of me wearing it. This comes off like look at that should not happen. Look at this. That's ridiculous. You see, like, around my eyes, it's completely faded away. Like, I did my best, and this particular makeup is not up to snuff, my friends.
Okay, so Wolf Hydrocolor. The very first thing I noticed when I was putting it on is that it is super plasticky. It was great on my body and parts of me that do not produce oil, but on my face it was awful. Another thing to note is that when you are trying to give yourself a fantasy skin tone, you want to try to match the value of your actual skin as closely as possible. This shade is way too light for me, which explains why I look like a nuclear winter M&M. But, yeah, this stuff was peeling and flaking off of my face as I was putting on the other makeup on top of it. And it crumbles off in places where your face moves a lot, like smile lines and brow. It just crumbles off your face, which is why what I'm about to do is take it off of my face and put Mehron Paradise paint on my face and keep the Hydrocolor on my hands, because It was really great for hands, because I was digging through my purse and I was eating and it didn't come off my hands at all. Alright, now we've got, well, now I will be using Mehron Paradise paint. This is a, after I get, you know, the whole Swamp Witch look off. So, Mehron Paradise paint is a tried and true old favorite of mine. The pigment is really pure, and it's easy to get a really even coat, and it's thick. It leaves you with a really velvety finish, and it doesn't stain your skin. And it even stays on very well when you use sealant. I use Paradise paint when I paint up NPCs for the LARP that I do makeup for. It's not as long lasting as Wolf Cosmetics, or as the Wolf Hydrocolor, but it takes other makeup on top of it really well, and I just decided to do like a bit of an Elphaba makeup job here, even though I'm ginger. But yeah, if you can deal with your face and your body being a slightly different color, this is how I would recommend you go, because Wolf is great for your hands.
Alright, so here we are in the night. It's like 1 a.m. after, you know, partying, and the horrible makeup that I tried earlier for the face is actually great for your hands. Like, look at this. Like, no fading or anything, and the Paradise paint is wonderful for your face. Not a lot has happened here. We've got some like minor crinkling in the smile lines, but mostly it's been good.
So I'm adding Pros-Aide to the Mehron Paradise paint because Mehron is my favorite. About 1 part Pros-Aide to 10 parts makeup to see how it holds up to the ultimate test, going to Disneyland. If it can survive Disneyland, it can survive LARPing. Don't add too much Pros-Aide. That will create a plasticky layer over your skin, and that is bad for you. It needs to still be slightly breathable or your skin will suffocate. That being said, adding a pinch of Pros-Aide will help make the makeup waterproof and sweatproof, and you'll be able to feel the makeup on your face, but it will stay pretty darn well. It still, like, gave me a really kind of velvety finish, and it took other makeup really well. I was still able to get the effects that I wanted. And for this mixture, I did add a little bit too much Pros-Aide, so it was kind of more prone to peeling than it was to coming off nicely, but you'll definitely be able to see that on my hand. So again, I would say Wolf is the best for your hands, but I've covered myself with Mehron and Pros-Aide for this, so.
Okay, so we are like many hours later, and it's held up like really well, not even like oily. It's like I can feel it on my face, but it's like, you know, holding up great. I do have zombie hand though, so the Pros-Aide mixture, not great for the hands. And just be sure to powder the shit out of it because my hand's been like slightly sticky. But overall, it's great. It's like shade on, no shine. People yelling Gamora, Elphaba, Wicked Witch, that kind of stuff in the LA. It's pretty good.
So there you have it, nerds. I went green for an entire week to show you which brands stand the test of life. Mehron Paradise paint and Epic Effects are definitely my favorites, but I will totally be using Wolf Hydrocolor for my hands in the future. As for Star Blend, why, Mehron? Why would you do that to me after you made Paradise paint? I trusted you. Anyway, if you like what you see on our show and you want to see more, please consider making a small pledge to us on our Patreon page because we need money to do the science, and that would be really cool of you. Or you can mosey on down to our Etsy store if you like handmade props and prosthetics. We are also on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, and Instagram, so if you have any comments, questions, or emotional outbursts, please feel free to message us. And as always, nerds, like us, subscribe to us, fight with us. Oh, that's worse than the pickle juice.